Welcome to Werewolves Shapeshifter Tarot. This is part 2 on messages from the animal kingdom. What do the animals have to tell us about working with the blueprint of freedom? And I flipped open this book to a random page and we have birds. So I've gone through the Archangel Animal Oracle and I've gotten the bird cards out, so we'll flip through those and get some messages from the birds. We'll clarify with our Rider-Waite tarot deck, and we'll get some oracle cards from the Elemental Oracle. So, what message do the birds have for us? Let's see. Owl. The owl feathers have really come out lately. I've seen a whole cluster of owl feathers, and they're the soft little tufts that probably keep the owl warm. And the owl is coming through with this message of protection. To protect yourself, to protect your physical body, to keep it warmed up, perhaps keep your muscles limber. So there's a message right now that's important. Let's see what else. I'll get one more card right now to go with that. Parrot. With the parrot card, I'm seeing the relationships. It says, listen intently to understand. So listening to others is part of getting out of the black and white binary thinking that keeps us trapped, that keeps us anything but free. And the parrots are very colorful, so definitely listening to others with an open heart and not listening and thinking in black and white terms when it comes to others. So let's clarify these two cards. With the owl we have, okay, so limber. Okay, that makes more sense with movement. Protect your body, warm up, keep your muscles warm, get limber, work your joints, work your body, do simple movements, warm up movements and stretches in the morning. If you don't have any guidance for those, you can comment down below and I will answer that in another video. But keep limber, move, stretch, especially when you don't want to, when you feel like upset, trapped, when you feel down, when you aren't feeling in your peak. Move through that energy, go for a walk, do some dancing. That will help you to keep building structures of freedom, because this can happen again and again and again. But we're getting stronger, and it might happen less, and the things that used to make that happen will seem small and insignificant and won't make you spiral. And your strength and resilience and your muscle strength, because you're warming up. So you are building muscles that prevent this from happening. And when it does happen, this is how you build the muscles. You get up and you actually move your physical muscles. And then you are more resilient, warmed up and strong, and can handle life, and when it comes, you can remain calm, and it won't knock you down. It won't eat up your resources or your precious energy. To clarify the parrot, we have the Six of Wands. So we have a victory with communication, successful communication, and listening is really an important part. Listening with your heart, getting out of the black and white thinking brings success. Definitely, that definitely says it brings success. That is how you will continue to build with structures of freedom. So if you are dealing with somebody and you end up feeling like this, the muscles you might need to warm up will be the heart and the ears to listen and be able to communicate in a new direction. That brings success. I thought it was really interesting in this deck. The first card I pulled out all the bird cards, and the first one was the raven, and the second one was, that I saw, they came in order, was the dove. And if you guys are Wednesday fans, you'll know about the raven and the dove. And again, that's just escaping black and white thinking that you have to be either or. You can have both energies within you. And that's one of the things they said in Wednesday that was really important was when she healed her relationship with her mom, her guide said that she healed a familial bond. And what do we call our animal friends that help us? We call them our familiars. So remember, familiar is family. And your loved ones, your family members, your friends, those are familiars. So keep those bonds strong and healed. I know there's a lot of walking away and setting boundaries. And of course, if you need to do that, do that. But if you can listen with your heart and communicate with your heart and save relationships, do that. Because that will strengthen you. That doesn't mean become a people pleaser. That means to be equal. Not to be manipulated by another and not to manipulate another. But to have an equal relationship based on true communication and love that will help you build structures of freedom. Okay, and to clarify that message, we have the Queen of Swords. So discernment and right thinking. Remember that we're cutting ties to our past, and that can be how we were thinking and feeling 2 minutes ago. We're cutting ties to that so that we can have this. We can change any moment. We can change 100 times a day because we are fluid. Let's get some elemental cards. Have the sun. Let's put that card over here. The sun, and more with enjoying relationships. Keep yourself warmed up. See? And the sun here is going to be your thoughts too. And the 6 for success. So you can, the animals, the birds in particular, are giving you a message about your relationships and to stay warmed up and limber in the mind so that you can have beautiful relationships. Even if you seem like you're opposites, like the raven and the dove, you can still be together and still work together and still see and create magnificent things. north. If you guys are into astrology, please look up your north node. It's simple to look up your north node these days online. I bet you could even ask ChatGPT. Just tell it your birth date, time you were born, the place you were born, and it can let you know what your north node is, and even give you an example of what that means, because this is using the energy of your north node. That's where you want. That's where you're headed. That's where you want to go. That is freedom. That is expansion. That is new territory, a new era of life. To clarify these two cards, we have the Page of Pentacles. That's beautiful. That is a beautiful message of new beginnings, new prosperity, new ventures. New codes, building new structures of freedom with communication with your loved ones. And the Magician, your north node. See, you are creating magic. You are creating a new future, a new way of being. So check that out and follow the advice of your north node. It's amazing when we think of the alignment of the stars at the time you were born. Because as we were talking about in the first animal video, was the vibration, the frequency of the different wavelengths of things, and the stars all have their own song too. Their own light, you can see the light. And so it is traveling, and that has a sound. Everything has a sound. And you have the ability to pick that sound up. If you look at the shape of your ear, and you look at the shape of a baby as it's inside the womb, just before it's born, the way it's curled up is a lot like the shape of your ear. So you are picking up on all of those frequencies. They are being embodied. You are embodying all of those frequencies. That is a lot of power. That is a lot of magic. And that is where you're going. Okay, let's see. Let's just get one more message from the birds. And we have 3 cards left. Let's do all 3, okay? Let's see. We have the Kingfisher. Ooh, talk about opposites again. There we are. With the air element and the water element. The bird and the fish. And their relationship. They need each other. The bird needs the fish. The bird needs its opposite to survive. So let's bury the black and white thinking, of course. Stay limber when the black and white, that's how we know we're in black and white thinking right there, is when we feel like that. So stay limber, keep your muscles physically limber, because your muscles are part of your physical body, and when you keep them limber, your mind will be more limber too. Okay, and let's get an elemental card to go with the Kingfisher. Biome. Yeah, everything is in its place. It's like the circle of life. When eating, he's becoming, he already has that beautiful blue. He's becoming what he eats, the vibration. That's another way to take in what we eat and what we drink. So make sure you're blessing it. It's part of the cycle of life. It's a really important part of the cycle of life, the food that we consume. And the animals want us to be aware of it. The earth consumes everything. eventually, everything that was ever built. You see that dragon? You're so protected. Oh, and the number 44, yes. You are, there's a message here that you are so protected and loved over. Everything is going as planned. Everything is going so fine and so well. There are no worries here for you. You don't have to have any. None. Communicate with your spirit guides and your guardians. The birds, the dragons, they're all here for you. And to clarify that, we have the 2. So this is the 2 of Wands. Gosh, that looks like a crystal skull kind of in his hand. You can kind of see, like, there's the point of the nose. And I would say it's like rutilated quartz is what's coming to my mind, and I do have a rutilated quartz crystal that kind of looks like a skull. I believe it was when one of the very first videos I did where I shared that with you guys. So balance out. This is just saying balance again between different elements, and water and food. Here's your physical body. Take care of them. That decision definitely is helpful for you living on Earth. Take care of your physical body. Swan. We have the swan. Wow. You are shining with so much beauty when you move from your heart. When you move from your heart space, that's you. Extremely attractive. Always remember that. Your heart, what lights you up, your passions, they make you so attractive. Here we have an elemental card to go with that. Plants, growth. The cycle of life again. Hi, Ben. Hi, Ben. Okay. To clarify, we have the 6 of Swords reversed. Right? Yes. When things are not going to plan, go back to nature and ground yourself. There's an ending to things. Go back into nature. And you'll see it's just part of the cycle of life. Everything is fine. Okay, we have the eagle. Bridging that heart energy with foresight. See the vision coming in directly into your head. The sun, the ideas, the energy. And that's 2 elements coming together, the light and the water, to create the rainbow. So you can bridge easily, you can bridge these ideas together when you take in light and hydration. I think they're going to keep telling us that until we get it. King of Swords. King of Swords came out. That's so great. In the last animal reading we had, or was it the Chariot? It was the Chariot reading, sorry guys. But we had the King of Swords, we had the King and Queen of Wands, and now we have the Queen and King of Swords. So, of course, because birds are such beautiful elemental air, thought, mental realm, and this is a great balance. Just balance this energy and let it come through in clear, beautiful communication. Opposites again, masculine, feminine, the raven and the dove. All that mental energy coming together so beautifully helps you to create. That's what the blueprint of freedom is the opposites coming together, having clear communication, keeping your thoughts warmed up, keep your body warmed up, will help to keep your thoughts warmed up and unbound. Freedom. Birds are a beautiful symbol of freedom. Okay, anything fun on the bottom of the deck? Of course. And just when we had Ben join us, we have the 10 of Pentacles. Everyone's here. Everyone is cheering you on. All of your spirit guides, all of your totem animals, all of your familiars. They're all here supporting you and building these beautiful structures of freedom. What bounty you are bringing into your life. What a pair. What a pair you and your team make. Thank you for joining us with message 2 from the Animal Kingdom. Our message from the birds. This is Werewolf signing off.